load the car and write the note. Grab your bag and grab your coat. We are headed north.
Hey everybody. The last couple days I completed my Shakedown hike for the AT and through hiked the Uwharrie Trail in the Uwharrie National Forest. It's 19.3 miles. The trail include another mile to and from my overnight camp, so 20.3. First day I did 11.5, and then the second day the half mile back, and then whatever it was, 8.3, so 8.8 second day to my car. So here you go, and then I'm going to be back at the end to tell you things that I learned. Here you go.
Just got started on the Uwharrie Trail. Started at the Jumping Off Rock trailhead, and I'm through hiking it back to my car. Art Van dropped me off, and it is a gorgeous day. Perfect for hiking. It's about 42 degrees, so perfect temperature. I'm planning on, this is Shakedown, so I'm planning on going at least to Yates Place, which is 11 miles today. Would kind of like to go a little bit further, see how I'm feeling. It's not, this northern end is a little hillier, I know. I've never been on this trail before. This is a little hillier than the southern end. So I'd like to do a little further maybe, or just hoof it so I can maybe be back in my car noonish tomorrow. But either way, I'm going to enjoy myself. What's not to enjoy? There were no cars at the southern end of the trail in the parking lot, and there was one car at Jumping Off Rock when I started. So it's Tuesday, so I don't expect to see many people out here, but I'm gonna get. Just wanted to show you a little bit of the trail too. It is, I knew this northern end was rockier and more climbs, which is good. This is Shakedown. Is exactly what I want. So yeah, real rocky and a little bit of climbing, not bad, definitely not AT, but this one here is a little steep. So started out with, I think it was 24.1 pounds. I've got almost everything is the way I'm going to take it on the trail. I have a couple extra things that I'm not taking, really more to this ballast, and to get my weight up, because obviously this isn't only an overnighter. Slick rocks too, and I don't have as much food as I'll be taking. So anyway, these are the Uwharrie Mountains. Spectacular day. I came out of the wood, well, not the woods, but kind of the thick woods, the more deciduous forest, and I'm climbing to the top of really the first summit that I've reached. You can see the other mountains across there is Morrow Mountain State Park, somewhere over there. Not sure which mountain it is, but where I normally do my training hikes. This is not far from there. When I was talking to my nephew, who's stationed at Fort Bragg, he was telling me that they have training up here in Uwharrie. I don't think it's where this trail is, and they call it Pinelands. And that was interesting. It kind of reminded me of being on the trail last year and 10th Mountain Division was training in Georgia, and I'm sure some of you have heard that. Heard the machine gun and mortar fire in the middle of the night, but that's not going to happen. I could hear the artillery from Fort Bragg last night. You just hear a kind of like that. Anyway, gorgeous day. I'll try to find out the name of this mountain, plug it in here, so keep on hiking. And this is my first stream crossing. I have plenty of water, so this is a rock hop. So no need to filter. And I believe from what I watched in the video last night of this trail, there are more plentiful water sources the further south you go. So that should not be a problem, and we had rain last 2 days in the area, although it does not appear very wet out here, so it shouldn't be a problem anyway. On top of another mountain. A little windy. I say a little windy. It's probably 10 miles an hour. Not sure what it sounds like, but it's not that much. Just enough to keep me sweating too much. I'm sweating a little bit. And it's probably around 45 now. Again, perfect hiking weather. It'll be chilly when I stop for lunch, but I got a bit for that. So I'll keep on walking. So I have just gotten to the top of another mountain. And I say mountains, I mean they're small, but and it's about lunchtime, so there is a camp here. There's a lot of stealth camps along the trail, and usually they're at the top of these mountains, so I am going to stop here for lunch and then head towards 109. I think I'm about halfway there, and then just 3 more miles from 1098. So back at it shortly. This is just gorgeous. great place to soak feet. But I've got about another hour to camp. I was watching another hiker's video, and I think this is where he might have taken the wrong turn and just gone across there, because it's like lost hiker trails there. It looks like that's might be where you cross, but so I'm trying to be really careful and look for the blazes. But thank you, and I cannot remember his name, but I will put it on the video. Thank you for that heads up, or I might have gone right across too. Awesome. I'm still about 10 minutes from where that sort of confusing creek crossing is, which doesn't ever cross, and I still haven't crossed this main channel, but there is a fantastic campsite right here. If I was going northbound, almost past Chase, I would probably camp here for the night. It's just gorgeous. So maybe next time I do this trail, I'll go northbound and camp here. And I have finally arrived at the stream crossing. I guess at least they cut some traction into the logs for you, so I need to concentrate on this one. So I decided when I was crossing that stream to go ahead. I think I've got about another half an hour to where I'm going to camp. And decided to go ahead and filter. I've got about a liter of water left, but I need to cook dinner, and then there's a little bit of a hike tomorrow. I have to get to water anyway. So this is my setup. The ever new bag with the grommets and the cord each, so that I can carry the water up from downhill or somewhere else, or obviously it's a gravity system as well, so I've got my Sawyer on there. I only need a liter. And then the tornado tube and the smart water bottle. And it does not take long to fill a liter of water. So it's a good time for a rest. Get a snack. The first time I've ever used the filter, the half of the Sawyer bag cut off for my scoop, and that worked just fine. Water's flowing, but not enough to really fill the bag up without a scoop. So anyway, that's it. This also is going to give me the option if I decide to go past Yates Camp. It's a little bit of a ways before there's another water source, at least on the map, so this gives me the option to continue hiking if I want to. Well, I made it to Yates and have my camp set up. There's my tent, my Z-Pack duplex. Got a little fire going. I actually used old lady's hiking north. She had these little packets of fire starters that she had on a video, and you know, I probably would never take those on the trail, a through hike, but for a couple nights out in the woods even, it just was awesome. Super easy to start the fire. Got my water going for some Idahoan buttery potatoes. Didn't do too well on lunch. I ate about a little bit over half of my lunch. I do have a problem with eating on the trail. That was a problem last year too, so hopefully I can remedy that with some comfort food, which was a suggestion from Big Bird. So I'll let you know how that goes. And there's my frozen vitamin water that's now thawed and icy cold. So looks like I need to stir my potatoes in. Good morning. I am back on the trail, and I stayed last night at Yates. I hadn't seen anything. I mean, I could tell on the map it wasn't exactly on the trail, but it was a half a mile off trail to get there. So when I saw that for sure, not knowing what campsites were ahead of me, never been on this trail, I decided to go ahead and go to Yates, and had my normal night. So slept a little bit, which is good, more than normally I do. I had downloaded a movie and watched that, and then, you know, sleep an hour, wake up, try to get to a position that is comfortable, and then wake up really in pain. I said, you know, normal stuff, and then get to a comfortable position. So anyway, it was pretty chilly last night, probably down in the 30s. It was supposed to be like a low of 38, so I did keep my, and that was in town. We're not at much elevation here, but I don't want to chance it, so I did keep my Sawyer in my bag with me last night. I shouldn't need to filter today. I've got about 1.5 liters, and I only have 8 miles to do, so anyway, it's cloudy today. Full, I don't think it was quite full, but nearly full moon last night. It was beautiful. I actually put the flap of my beanie down over my eyes because it's so bright. It was awesome. And so cloudy, supposed to rain this afternoon, but you know, I've only got 8 miles, so I should be to the car by noonish. All right, here we go. I am headed south and come to just a lovely stream. There's a stealth camp back over there, which would be a great place to stay. I passed a couple of those. There's one hour south. Anyway, of Yates, so definitely was not an hour, sorry, half an hour, mile south of Yates, so definitely would stay there. Headed south. Whew. So I just got to the top of this mountain. I'll try to look up which one it is, but this was definitely the toughest climb. Really the only real climb so far on day 2. But it's gorgeous up here. Still headed south. I think I hear the river road to my right, so anyway, that's kind of running parallel to me. Should be right now. Still headed south. Well, I thought we were just gonna keep going along that creek right there, but nope, we're going up to that, I guess, that summit. It's got pine trees all over the top of it, which is different than every other one I've climbed. So going up, so I think I'm almost out. I can hear what I think is 24, 27. This is where my car is, and just kind of wanted to show you a little bit. I'm kind of taking my time a little bit. I don't want to turn an ankle. They're not the best. And very rocky and rooty. Kind of the second. It kind of comes and goes, of course. But now it's going. But just kind of pick my way through that. And then it'll probably pick up again as we get down. I think this is a creek we're coming up to, and I think we're going to parallel that, and then I'm out. I've had a few sprinkles, but nothing that lasted, nothing that I had to put rain gear on for. So again, headed south.
I hope you enjoyed that. Really quickly, I'll run down a few things from the takeaways from the hike. And I need to drink more. I knew this. I was really trying to focus on that. I did a much better job the second day than the first, but still need to drink more. Food is still a problem for me. I have a problem hiking, eating, and forcing down calories. The mashed potatoes were better. for me, but I'm still working on that, and I've actually got a pile of food downstairs, so that I'm going to try to find some combinations that hopefully work better for me until my hiker hunger kicks in. I will not be taking a stick pick. I think it's just as easy to hold it, and actually it's kind of irritating sometimes a stick pick because it doesn't really stick around the hiking pole, so I won't be taking that piece of gear with me. Definitely need to do the boots off lunch. I just think it's better, or breaks, whether it's lunch or not. Better for the feet. I really didn't have a problem with my feet or anything physically. I mean, they were a little sore at the end of the day, but I did that when I was on the trail last spring, and I think that's very helpful. Reminded me to pay close attention to the blazes, so you know that trail was actually better marked than the AT, and I need to just make sure, especially at crossings, that I'm actually picking up the trail, and so that brought that to my attention. Actually left my tent stakes out there, so that's the first time anything like that has ever happened to me. But it's just one, minute of not paying attention to where I was laying my gear, so got replacements on order. Luckily, I've got a couple weeks, and Amazon is wonderful, so they'll be here tomorrow. Another thing I want to talk about was, I read a lot about not camping by roads, and I can second that. It was, nobody bothered me, but it was a little weird having these cars pull in. Nobody else was camped until much later, and a couple came in a car. But other than that, I was the only one at that campsite. But it was right next to a road, and I went ahead and stayed there because I didn't know the trail. Now I do, so now I know where there's still sites away from the road on the trail. So I'll do that, but I will definitely be avoiding camping anywhere near a road out on the trail. So I'm going to have a few minor gear tweaks. I'm actually looking at the Big Agnes axle U-pad, and so I'm going to run up to REI and check that out. So that might be a change out, but I will do a video of that, a few tweaks. If I have any updates to my gear list, I'll publish that out here, and I'm just over 2 weeks away. So super excited. Made some hotel reservations and in a shuttle reservation for Newfound Gap today, so super excited about that. So hope you enjoyed it.